Welcome to Denton, Texas, home of the North Texas Mean Green, and the fans have been waiting since early this morning for the clash we have in store. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Missouri Tigers, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the North Texas Mean Green. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. North Texas will kick it off to get this game underway. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Tigers offense will get the first swing of the game. And as we look out on the field, here comes the man who makes it all go, and that's this quarterback.
Yeah, and he's big time. That's why he's up for all these awards. He's known. Everybody knows exactly what he brings to the table. He can run it. He can throw it. They're expecting a big day from this young fella.
They'll start this drive with a pass. He's got the back in the middle. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Missouri gets to the line quickly. Firing to the right, complete. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds. Looking to throw for it. Fires to the tight end. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. Missouri has it ready to go with another first down. Give to the single back. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Caught close to the marker, it's Harris. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. And the Tigers are moving quickly down the field. He's got his man. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Line getting set on 2nd down.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
How about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
The offense set for a first down play. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. On the run, it's Cruz. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season. And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed.
And he's running in the open. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
Hand off from the shotgun. They'll give him one to the 28-yard line.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Looking downfield, it's Kane. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
That is a great example of the D-line playing with tremendous awareness. That player knew he was not going to get to the quarterback, wasn't going to sack him. So he slowed himself down, got under control, located the quarterback, and then got his big paws in the air to knock it away.
Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got a man, it's Cruz. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. Finds his man. It's Moss. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick up.
Got enough space. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, North Texas.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TV.
Ready to try the point after. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So a drive there of 82 yards, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this round.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Missouri wants to go fast. It'll be a draw. He couldn't get close to the marker, got 3 yards, but it'll be 4th and 3. So Missouri will have to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Bottled him up, not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end. That's the end of the quarter, and North Texas has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. First down to start the drive after the break. On the ground, it's Hicks. On the move at the 30. The expressway is wide open. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. They gobbled up a ton of yardage to open this drive, and now in business near midfield at the 49. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He lets it fly. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it a little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. North Texas really has it going on offense. Leaves it with the back. They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
They're setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. North Texas has it going to work with another first down. Fast motion from the offense. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Headed to the end zone, and they will score. Touchdown, Mean Green.
Quarterback's ability to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it.
Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
And that's why everybody in college football is trying to recruit athletes like this to play the 4-3 defensive end position. You can find guys that can stop the run at defensive end, but how many are excellent pass rushers? How many have...
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. Gets a turnover. And maybe this guy was hoping somebody would bail him out, like a tuck rule or something.
Not going to be so lucky this time around. Give the defense credit. This pass rush is serious. It's real. And this quarterback is now going to have to play with a clock in his head that's going... a little bit quicker. He's got to do a better job understanding when to get rid of it.
Red pass, it's complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Coming after it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And it's caught! Touchdown, North Texas! step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Fires left. Got his man downfield. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. Going up top on first down. Finds the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Unloads to the wide out. He makes a grab. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. First and goal. Trying to surge it in. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? He's looking to throw. Swings it out to the flat. And he will score! Touchdown, Tiger!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
They used a chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it first and 10 just outside the 40. Looking to move it through the air. He unleashes a long one. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Man, you know, you always look back in games at single plays that turn the tide. And with this defense now trailing by 2 possessions, if they could have just caught the ball and gotten that pick, that potentially changes everything in this game. That was a missed opportunity.
And he'll just get rid of that one.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
And after the big play to start the drive, now 2 straight incompletions, and they need to find a way on third down. Off play action. Ball in the air, intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 10. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Missouri! What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. The kickoff unit about to go to work. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Maybe if he could have eluded just one or two more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
To the air, it's Kane. Going deep. And he reels it in inside the 30. Touchdown, Mean Green. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. First down here for the offense. And with time running out here in the first half, not willing to invite disaster, the offense takes a knee, and they'll go to the break trailing. I'm not really sure what the thought process here is other than just trying to troll them by not running a play. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Denton than you have for what's been a fun first half? And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius.
Missouri will kick it off to open this second half. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. Going to the run to start this second half. And the runner is down, and so is a flag.
Holding. Offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, first down. From the gun, the ground game. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on second down. Looking for space, it's Hicks. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
Just beautiful, and that's a great feeling as a quarterback when you make that throw. It keeps your offense on the field, keeps the offense in rhythm. Obviously not as good as throwing a touchdown pass, but I'll tell you this, way better than having to trot off over to the bench and wait for your turn to get another shot.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football, you're ahead, you can be a little bit more conservative, but again, this opens up the pass, this keeps everything in balance for this offense. lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Got his man on the right. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Quarterback will audible. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Unleashes it. Complete downfield. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Using the quick game, and this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
They've methodically worked the ball down the field. 11th play of the drive coming up, but this one 3rd and long. Got it behind the line. It's Hicks. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. That's not at all where he intended to go with the ball on 3rd and long, but it worked out beautifully.
And the frustrating thing, Reese, is from a defensive perspective, I want you to throw it to the right.
Touchdown, North Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
Missouri, 14.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score. And Jesse, probably score pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Tigers headed quickly to the line. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. They'll leave it with him. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. That's the end of the quarter, and North Texas has the lead. They've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Back to throw, it's Kane. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Little touch pass to the receiver. Discards a man. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down. North Texas will have to punt it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
It's complete to the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
Missouri gets to the line quickly. Leaves it with the running back. Not a lot there. Picks up 1 inside the 20 to the 19. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Buying some time. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to pass. Lets it fly. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. So the first play of the drive starting here from the 45. Used the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the tight end. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. 1st and 10. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drive.
And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's 2nd down. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Snags it. Touchdown, Tigers. And here they come, almost all the way back. That big score makes the end of this game very interesting.
No doubt the offense got what they need. More work to do, but you had to get this part accomplished first.
Wants to pass. Flips it out in the flat. He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for two does not work out.
I'll tell you, it's tough to complete two-point conversions. Obviously, very small windows to throw into. Couldn't come away with that one. Let's see how that affects the outcome.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. And they're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
Looking to throw, it's Kane. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Big third down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On third down, going up top. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Mean Green. And they take it in for 6 more points. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Georgia State is in front. They've responded well to all the off-the-field chatter this week, but they still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They're up by 12 over Wake Forest. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
Hold it.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. A first down for the offense. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. It's caught downfield.
It's hard to run a route and get lost near the sidelines and understand exactly where you're at. Nice job understanding I'm starting to get close to the sidelines, throttling down a little bit, catching the football and making sure I was in bounds.
Looking to take a shot. And he's got it inside the 35. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. They had hoped to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to set them up inside the 30, 1st and 10. Got it! And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri!
And this is always an interesting spot for me now because you're going to have to go for two regardless. I don't know if it's now or if it's later when you score, but at some point you're going to have to pull the trigger. So that's a you decision, but nice job by this offense getting the touchdown now to give yourself that opportunity to have a choice.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. They still need a touchdown and 2-point conversion to tie, and they'll go for the onside kick here in the fourth. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. One possession game, getting late. First order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes.
Makes the catch, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, North Texas. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. We started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the fourth quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. He'll come out throwing on first down. It's complete to the left. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
He wants a big play here late. Makes the catch down the right side. Touchdown, Tigers! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Just over a minute to play. They're lining up for an onside kick to try to pull off this rally. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
And he makes the catch inside the 15. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Mean Green. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. These guys are starting to separate themselves a little bit now, and it could get ugly if there's no answer coming up.
Nail, meat, coffin. We're supposed to keep everybody involved in this game, right? Keep them excited and reason to tune in. Well, I don't got one. This is over.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. I don't think the pressure's going to get to these guys. This is when it's fun. Late in the game, down one score, gotta have it right now. Grabbed in the middle, it's Harris. Oh, that move is going to leave them dizzy. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Comes out throwing on first down. Connection to the right. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Quick snap and a spike to stop the clock.
It's incomplete. It's second down.
Here comes the offense on second down.
42 Spider.
He's looking to throw. Shoots it to the left. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. A strike downfield. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. And they spike it and get the clock stopped.
Brings up second down.
And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. They were on the move, but two straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on third down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from that.
and you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.